Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another wonderful episode of the Business Shower. I'm so happy to have you with me today. And since Business Shower is all about business, I have invited a wonderful business owner from a different part of the world to be with us. She's somebody you must have seen on the banner before, but let me go ahead and have her here before we go on with the introduction. So, my dear
Hello.
friend is Canan Piskin. She is a wonderful executive and business coach, and she has been living in Dubai before, but these days she is living elsewhere. And we are going to know more about her from herself. Hello, Canan. How are you?
Hello, good evening, good afternoon to wherever you are in the world.
Thank you so much for joining me today. It's an honor to have you with us on the Business Shower.
I'm really excited sharing my, let's say, learnings and what I have known or suggestions to the business people in the corporate and the business world.
Thank you. We are looking forward to a great conversation with you right now. So, Janan, we want to know more about yourself. How did you start in 2016 as a coach? What were you doing before that?
Okay, so I was in the corporate life, especially in banking industry, and I have worked in the global banks like HSBC, Societe Generale, BNP Paribas, and generally in the compliance, operational risk management part of the sphere. So
Mhm.
recently, I was the regional director for business risk control management in commercial banking in HSBC Middle East. There,
Mhm.
I decided to follow my passion and help executives in business world to thrive in their not only challenges, reach their goals in a clear mindset. So I
Mhm.
started my business as a business coach with a franchise of an American business coaching company. Just today, I have a message with someone with a connection of mine, and she just recalled my earlier days, one of the workshops I have arranged in Dubai. So I started my business as business coach in Dubai. I was an active member of Dubai Business Women Council. I had performed various workshops in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, uh, and then I moved to Azerbaijan because of my husband's post in the academic world. There,
Right.
I still continued my relationship in the Dubai, where I have created my first business network other than my corporate life, let's say. And
Mhm.
then my coaching business evolved into executive coaching because I was invited by the leading holding company of the country to be in one of their executive coaches to their executive board members of their bank, the investment bank. So my coaching business evolved into a business coaching and an executive coaching business.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. So there are two sides to it.
Yes. And so since like 1 year, I'm in UK. So I moved here to extend my business. As for the executive coaching world, it's one of the capitals of the world, let's say, for this business. And also facilitate my family needs as my children will be studying university. That's why we moved here. So Turkey, UAE, Azerbaijan, and UK in the last
As you
5 or 6 years, let's say.
Great. How do you feel about this? Like you've been moving to different economies, moving to different systems, moving with your vision and your passion, trying to
Uh-huh.
make your adjustments along with your family. And then, I understand when we move to a different country, it's like we are setting up the business once again, and there are too many procedures to take care of. There are too many protocols to follow, too many things to tend to while you're moving. So, how did you manage all that? And what kind of advice would you give to people who are moving these days during the pandemic times to a different country, relocating for the sake of business or for the sake of growth?
Okay, I see. So, in one side, it looks like a challenge. On the other side, there are quite a lot of opportunities in moving. So, where there's a saying, if you are not happy with your environment, move. out of that environment, because you're not a tree. You don't have to continue the whole life in the same place. It was like that. My first move out of the country was in my corporate life. So it was my intention to experience new cultures, new environments, new living styles. And this is one of the suggestions I would be making for any business people, either in corporate world or business. Our businesses or our careers are sponsors of our longer term passions, longer term aspirations, let's say. They are not our, no one is born out of their mother to be the CEO of blah blah company. And as we grow in our lives, we have intentions of living different places, let's say, living a higher quality life or enjoying some other food. That can be another option. So that was one of the cases, I can say. So what will serve for this purpose will be your tool, not your goal. Like, I had taken a post in HSBC, which is one of the pioneer banks who is supporting mobility for women or men. And this is also a kind of a let's say, challenge women in the corporate life can think. As a business, moving to another country will create new business networks, new markets, and what was valid for Turkey would not be valid for the new environment I was in UAE, for example. And especially in, I can say in UAE, but nowadays all around the world, the businesses are quite global. The environment is multicultural. Like, I'm Turkish, I lived in these countries. I know you are from Pakistan, you have been doing business in Dubai with people all around the world, not only in UAE, you are not limited though. So that's the beauty, the essence of moving outside. The challenges, yes, there are. Firstly, as personally, you or as a mother or a member of a family, you have to take care of, from more important than anything else, your family, their well-being. It might be quite different from a man, maybe a woman who might be prioritizing and probably prioritizing the family well-being, how they are settling. This is one side, and their registration things. And the other side, creating a business. Okay, there are the bureaucratic things. You set up a company, you find an accountant, you register to the trade registry. Okay, once it's done, now it's business time. You have to create a network. And as we all know, your network is your net worth. How do you create it? Now, especially in these days, we have understood that now we are living in the world of giving. As long as you give, you receive. As long as you receive, you give. I was very thankful to be part of the Dubai Business Women Council, for example. I was able to get in touch with so many different business people after my 20 years of corporate life, which was quite different from the business life. And there I was able to get quite a lot of entrepreneurship trainings over there. And I have also provided workshops, free workshops. I mean, it's not about giving free, but it's about giving and creating new networks, new relationships. And there I was able to learn how different people are, although with their background is coming from different countries, how they are aligning each other in the business world. And when you are having a team, you will probably have a multicultural team as well.
Yes.
Even in UK,
in Dubai,
there's, yes, in Dubai and in UK, people surnames just reveal that they are coming from a different family size. So what they are used to is quite different. And this is, rather than a challenge, an asset that you can merge, like you can create what synergy you can bring to the business. And as a leader, your role is to harmonize these differences in the culture. Culture means the working style, what is valuable. So when I was living in Dubai in the banking and as well as in the business side, I was enjoying getting together with my Arabic originated friends, which are from different parts of Arabic world. The North Africans are quite different than the, let's say, Lebanese and Jordan group, let's say. And you will be having these colorful people in your teams. So as a leader, your role is to find out the opportunities in harmonizing these differences.
True. Because these differences are actually ways of growing for everybody. We learn from each other through diversity as well. And inclusion allows us to excel together as a team. Thank you so much for the wonderful story, Janan. The most important point that I got from your story was becoming a part of a larger group to build your community. Just as you joined Dubai Business Women's Council as a larger group to support you because you were perhaps new here, you just started your business in Dubai, and you needed a community to support. So yes, it's very true that every business person, every entrepreneur, every business owner needs support, and that support comes from building a community. And one good way, apart from building a community through your social media, is to join a larger community of entrepreneurs where everybody around you is an entrepreneur and is going through the same level of experiences as you have. So what happens in such a system is you share experiences and you talk about different challenges, and talking about those challenges actually helps you get solutions. So, how important, Janan, do you think it is for an entrepreneur to get into meaningful conversations with people like themselves?
Yeah. So let me give an example. When you go to a new country, people are not labeled as entrepreneur or business person, or so you have to find them. It's not about Googling. It's not about searching with keywords. It's about getting into these environments. The first thing I did when I moved to Azerbaijan, and it's like building a new business in a new country, my first intention to serve people, especially in nonprofit organizations, pro bono coaching. So those environments are where people are gathering the reputation. You have to check who these are from prior or have some conversation before that. And I have coached two organizations, a pioneer autism organization that is leading changes in the legislation of the country, and a women organization, a WoW Woman, which was awarded by Facebook among the 100 communities in the world. So they had 20,000 members who are providing really hardcore trainings to women who can change their which can change their lives from someone sitting at home to join the workforce. So these organizations provided me an idea of what this country is looking like and what they are looking for. So you don't come to the market to sell your product. You come to the market to provide a solution.
Yes,
So
absolutely.
So that requires stakeholder management. Your stakeholders are not the people, not only your line manager or your colleagues. Your stakeholders are who are buying as a human, your services, what you are selling, what you are providing them. Even it is a pro bono coaching. So get in touch. First, create your list of stakeholders. Who are the important people in your business life that will be benefiting from your services? Your line manager, or if you're a business owner, your team, the staff who will be serving in any case, like these extraordinary times. Your suppliers that will supply your needs when you are trying to create your business. Your clients who are buying from you, and no matter what your price is, because of the relationship you have created with them. And in these times, your role as the executive or the business person to get in touch with them, not to wait that there is an issue that is coming out of nowhere, but approach these people and ask for feed forward. Feed forward is a Marshall Goldsmith terminology, let's say, but it can be used anywhere in the business. Feedback is towards the past. It's past and you don't have so much to do with it. But for the future, what you need to take as an action, you have to take the feed forward, which means as a supplier or as a client, what did I do well that you want me to continue doing it? What you don't want me to do that will not serve our relationship, our business. And what you suggest me to do, but I haven't yet tried, that I will try to provide you. So all of these three types of feed forwards will guide you through a better service structure. And it's kind of a brainstorming with your stakeholders. You don't have to think on your own. You can't create so many solutions, or even working with a coach. There is the coach and yourself. But when you're working with your stakeholders, who are your ultimate users, will provide to the point suggestions to you. I hope this makes sense. And I really love this terminology, the feed forward that people will be using in their businesses.
True. Yes. Thank you for the great insights. I was silently listening to it because I wanted to absorb all the information. And we are getting so many positive comments from our audience, and they are enjoying the conversation very well. Somebody has just said something about Turkey. They want to know more about business opportunities in Turkey and how easily they can settle there. So, if you could give them some ideas. This is Mohammed Nousheen saying he wants to visit Turkey, so we should tell him about Turkey.
Okay, whatever you would like to. There's quite different. As a holiday, you have different alternatives to Turkey, or skiing, swimming, nature, or any kind of retreats. I think quite a lot of retreats are active in Turkey as well. You can have a family visit. Recently, I was enjoying renting a summer house. This is very popular. And then in the recent years, I started summer house that you can get into the daily life of Turkey. For the business side, there's quite a lot of opportunities, I can say. What I can suggest is Turkey is a country which is following up not only the Europe, but the US as well. What is experienced or what is implemented in the American business world, as well as European business world. So that creates kind of a fusion of business style. And there's quite a lot of organizations in each country to create new businesses with business people in Turkey, let's say. I think they are part of the embassies and consulates as the trade council of the Turkish government, and they create connections. I remember in Dubai, there was a big community of Dubai Turkish business people, and we were celebrating with big crowds of national days in Dubai as well. And I can get them in touch with you if you feel like. Just connect me through any of the connections on LinkedIn, on my website, whatever you would like. Okay, I think I cannot hear you.
Okay, now can you hear me?
You were muted.
Yeah. Okay, this is Canan's website, and if you would like to have some queries and some more questions that you need to have answered for your personal purposes, you can always get in conversation with her. Moving on, we will talk about the business owner mindset. and
Okay.
what kind of mental health challenges we are going through and how we can best cope with that.
Mhm. To be honest, it's a very extraordinary ordinary time we are going through right now.
Yeah.
Um, we cannot say, oh, everything is it's business is hard, so it was always hard. Now it's getting harder. That's fine, but that will be valid in any time. As business people, probably we have gone through different extraordinary times in our personal experiences. Like in Turkey, there was a big earthquake in 1999.
Mm.
Uh, just leaving 17,000 died in that earthquake.
Oh my God.
17,000 lives,
Wow.
17,000 families, 17,000 businesses have been affected.
Mm.
People had to relocate. And this is not something you can come across so frequently. So, as a person, we all develop our resilience power in different challenges. We might have personally gone through different challenges as well. So, yes, the pandemic has come here. That's fine. But it's not the first time we are confronting a challenge. Okay, we can compare this is more hard or less hard, whatever, but we have already have our immunity system. For a
True.
business person mindset, the most important thing is activating your positive intelligence, your ability to move action,
Mm.
to take the decisions. When we are stressed, in anxiety, in shrinked mode, we will not be able to decide, we will not be able to move, we will be avoiding
Yes.
or having trouble. Although
Mm.
some people, hyperachievers, hyper rational people, might perform well, oh, this guy can do anything in any hard time, but they don't have a sustained happiness. We are here
Mm.
to live a happy life, a sustained happy life. So, as our brains are, let's assume they are two different parts of our organs, the left hand side and the right hand side. And the left hand side is based on our saboteur mindset, which is coming from our survival mode that we have developed to survive in our lives when we were so young as a child, or when we just started working in the workforce and we have just received a negative feedback from someone and we just engrave it into our saboteur mind. But we also have the sage mind, that our wise mind, that we have all these experiences, the know-hows that we can put them into use. What we can do is moving from knowing that these are the saboteurs, they are not our real selves, knowing
Mhm.
them, labeling them, moving from that mode to the sage mode that will serve us to progress in our lives. The sage mind has the empathize power, the explore power. It's like a
Mm.
beginner's mind that is open to learning, rather than, oh, I know this, I have done this, I have practiced it, it didn't work. This will not take you anywhere. You might be right, that's okay, but you will
Yeah.
not be happy with what is going to come. So in
Mm.
these two mindsets, you might receive the success, but with the saboteur mindset, that will not be sustainable. This because you just succeed and you get anxious about the next success you need to
Yeah.
achieve. You climb the mountain, okay, that's okay. You just celebrate just for 5 minutes, and you start being anxious about what the next mountain will be. So what we can do? First, practice climbing the hills so that you will be prepared to climb your mountain, your Everest in your business. I hope I made some clear
Yes.
definitions. I
It was
can
very
go further moments. I time to time recall myself, just stop
it's
and let
it's
them harmonize.
perfectly, yeah, it's perfectly logical, makes a lot of sense. Yes, we need to have a positive mindset, we need to stay open to learning, we need to control anxiety, we should not focus only on achieving. Because, like you said, that once we achieve one milestone, we will be more anxious about the next one. And then the anxiety will keep on mounting, and we need to control it, right? So, somebody asked something very interesting. I'm not sure if this is the right question for us, but I'm going to take it just for the fun of it. So,
Okay.
Mr. Shahroz Zaman is saying, how about establishing business in Malaysia as compared to Turkey?
Why don't you establish a business that is connecting Malaysia to Turkey?
Yeah, both. That can work very well.
Talk to accountants in both countries and compare the taxation structure, which will be working. Because I know quite a lot of companies, an American company established in Singapore, or a Japanese company established in Malaysia, and the headquarters is in Singapore. So there is no more those borders. So just be open, exploring.
True, true.
Mhm.
Opportunities are everywhere, and we can make use of them as they come across us or as we hunt them.
Yeah.
How
For
important do
example,
you?
can I add something
Yes.
here? For example, I'm an executive coach, and when I moved to from Azerbaijan to UK, I had clients still continuing coaching sessions with them. So my intention was to create new business in UK, but I said we have to continue our sessions via Zoom.
Mhm.
That's okay because they are also familiar with working with coaches from Russia or other Russian-speaking countries as well. And the COVID came, and I thought that I'm very thankful that I can do business anywhere in the world. I just need to invest on my Zoom account to upgrade it and a nice microphone that will work. Now the world is going global. Rather than sticking to what you can do in this limited environment, limited borders where you are settling, just find out what other opportunities are available to do business with Turkey, still keeping your company in Malaysia, for example, and see what other opportunities can evolve if you have created kind of a, and it just takes a kind of a being active in their social media or searching for what people are doing, what people are looking for in those countries.
Yes, true. Finding information is a lot more easier now in the present times than it has ever been before. So, yes, you can find some quick information even from the social media or the websites of business establishment companies in these two countries, and you can well understand from your communication with them how you can leverage business in both countries at the same time. Because, yes, the possibilities are endless. We are all now global citizens. One very good question from you is here. Who is an effective leader, in your opinion?
um, yeah. So I like this terminology of Marshall Goldsmith, the business guru. A
Mhm.
leader is a good leader to the extent that he or she is deemed as effective by his or her stakeholders. Although you can have so many good trainings and coaching sessions, whatever, if you are not able to reflect this to your stakeholders, to the people who are going to benefit from your leadership, you will not be an effective leader. So, an effective leader is a person who is serving the best of their stakeholders. So, I just give an example of how they can take feed forward from these people. And you can approach them in the next month and ask, how did I do last month? Did you have any issue with my connection with you? Do you need any other support for your business? Or just ask them, are you having any trouble? For example, as I mentioned, there was an earthquake in Turkey, and people just remember their leaders who has just called them. Do you have any issue with your family? Are you affected with this earthquake? Will you be able to come to the office, or do you need some time to take care of what is going on with your family? So those leaders are remembered. In this COVID time, just when I was not able to have any communication with some of my friends, I just called them, "Are you okay? I didn't see any posts in social media from you. Are you in? Do you have any issue with the family?" And they were always my suspicions were always right. Those people were going through a COVID sickness in their family, and psychologically, it's not something good that people are experiencing it. Get in touch with your stakeholders. An effective leader is who is connecting.
True. I agree with you. Connectivity matters a lot. Like we need to stay connected with everybody who is within our radius of concern so that we are able to offer support to whosoever whenever it is needed. Thank you so much for a wonderful conversation, Janan. I really enjoyed my interaction with you, and I look forward to seeing you in future on the same show again. And we thoroughly enjoyed it. The information was highly useful, and we wish you all the best. Is there a message for the audience that you would like to convey? Something which you believe
Yes.
is very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I have to give 3 tips for people now listening to me, the first thing I can say, know your assets. You already have those assets, and maximize the utilization of your assets rather than trying to add something that will serve you. And this will be possible with your sage mind, not the saboteurs. And the second thing is your relationships are the one that will serve you in your life. Connect and communicate. And thirdly, you can work with a coach or a mentor or an experienced person. Ask for help. It's not a weakness, and you will be thankful in the future. Don't be shy. Don't be feel, let's say, low grade. Let's say, ask for help. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed,
Thank you
and
so
I'm
much.
happy to connect with anyone who would like to ask or connect with me on my LinkedIn account as well.
Sure, definitely. You can easily find Janan on LinkedIn with her name Canan Piskin, and her website is here. You can see it. If you have any more questions, please let us know. We will answer them now before we go. So we are waiting for your questions.
I think there was a
Yes.
comment I have seen. Yesim.
Yes, this comment
Yes.
from Yashim. You shouldn't use our saboteurs to compare businesses in different countries. Aha.
This is what I get it. Sometimes we feel that, oh, I'm living in Malaysia, for example. Here, everything is not going well. If these things or these legislation or taxation doesn't change, I cannot do business. This is a victim mindset, and it's a judge. It's a judge of the circumstances. We are sometimes judging ourselves, oh, I'm not sufficient enough, or I don't feel enough for doing this business, let's say. Or we might be judging others, oh, the business network is so bad, you can't do business in this environment. Or sometimes we judge the circumstances. Oh, there's the pandemic. How can I do business? Oh, this is Malaysia, for example. How can I do greater business? These are just excuses that we find and we create to avoid the actions, the decisions that we should be taking. This is what Yeshim is mentioning. Thank you
Yes,
for
great,
highlighting.
great. Thank you for elaborating. It means that we need to have a positive growth mindset and not a victim mindset.
Victim mindset, yeah. Just stay away.
All right, Yashim is saying this comment was for the question from the gentleman earlier. Thank you,
Yeah,
Yashim. Loved your contribution.
I got it. So, any other question?
No, I think that we should wind up. Thank you so much, Janan, for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you,
I look
Mana.
forward. Yes, thank you, Manal. Yeah, and I look forward to having more interaction with you in future as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody from the audience, for being with us, for asking wonderful questions, and for supporting us while we were talking. We look forward to your contribution in the next episode on 17th September as well. Take care and bye for now.
Bye. Have a great day. Have a great week.